Well, hey everybody, Ironman3406 coming back at you with another video installment here, working on my 212 cap motor grader. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, my name's Nathan, and I really appreciate you stopping by to check out this video. As I say, we're working on my 1955 Caterpillar 212 motor grader. When I first got this thing, I did a walk around video. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will pop a link up in the top right hand corner there for you to go check that out. But when I was doing that walk around, I did mention that the pony motor or the starting engine was seized on it, and that at a later date I would have to go through it. So had some time over the Christmas break here and started to get into getting the starting engine rebuilt. So the first part of the process was to get it out of the grader. So as you can see there, we took that side panel off so we could get access to the coolant drain, because there is engine coolant running through that starting engine to keep it cool and to also help preheat the coolant on the diesel engine itself. But as everything old is, the antifreeze drain plug was seized up pretty tight, so we got the old heat wrench out and Grandpa gave it a warm job. And after a little bit of heat, the drain popped loose with the big all 16th wrench there, and bang, nice. So we'll get the coolant out of it here, get a pail under it. There's about 2 pails come out of these things if you ever have to drain one. 2 5-gallon pails. Got the bung opened up here again, and we'll get the coolant drained out of it. Once we get the coolant drained out, we got to get the muffler off so that we can get the hood off. So we'll get the bolt and nut off of that clamp, spread it open a little bit, and then give her the old wiggle. Sorry about the view there of my backside. Once the muffler is off, we got the hood out of the way, got it set on the ground, and then we can really get into getting all the intake piping and all that sort of stuff taken off of the engine. So that intake pipe there right below my impact or cordless ratchet there, that is the intake pipe for the diesel engine. So it comes down that pipe beside the cab, through the pre-cleaner, the oil bath, air cleaner, through that pipe into the diesel engine. So I have to get it out of the way so that we can actually lift the starting engine out of the way. So we get all of those bolts done. Takes a little bit of time. You guys are watching this in 2 times speed, just FYI, just to speed the video up a little bit because the audio didn't work. I had to do the voiceover on this whole video, so I had some issues with my GoPro, and so I figured rather than just listening to a bunch of noise and silence, I would speed the video up here a little bit and just do a voiceover. So just while this is all going on, while I'm getting all these intake pipes and everything out of the way, I'd like to just give a mention to all the viewers and subscribers of the channel. I really appreciate everybody watching these videos and subscribing to the channel. We did hit 1,000 subscribers there last year sometime, so appreciate that. I think we're around 1,300 right now, so if you know anybody that likes to watch this stuff or whatever, most of the stuff is just me monkeying around on this old iron and putting it in the dirt. So if you're into that sort of thing, then tell your friends or don't. It's up to you, but I appreciate you watching nonetheless. Another quick thing to mention here is with all this antique Caterpillar equipment, I know I've made mention of it on the channel before, but if you've not heard of the Antique Caterpillar Machinery Owners Club, definitely head over to www.acmoc.org and check out the club. There is a whole bunch of people around the world that are like-minded when it comes to this old antique stuff, and it's a great group of people. You can get a membership and get a magazine once a quarter and access to all kinds of technical information on our website. just a great club. So if you're into this antique stuff, definitely check it out. Oh, there we had a whoops. I didn't realize that made it into the video. Grandpa there, he got one clamp undone on the oil bath reservoir there, and she had a little slip up and spilt some oil. I'm just back on the antique Caterpillar club stuff there. If you are into antique Caterpillar graders, the club does have a serial number reference book available that lays out serial number breakdown for years and models and all that sort of stuff of the cat grader family. I will actually make sure I put a link to that book in the description below if you're interested in picking one of them up. It's a really good book. The club put a lot of time and effort into getting all that information out, so we'll keep going here on this and get all these pipes out of the way and this intake out of the way. So my plan or my hope was that I could take that whole assembly off in one piece and just take the clamps off up top there, but it didn't work out. I had to take it all apart piece by piece. Just there wasn't enough room between the firewall and the back of the cab there. So now we are removing the firewall from in front of the starting engine to get it out of the way. There's only 4 bolts that hold that on, and then there's one wire that comes through it from the cab from where the 6-volt battery is. So you got to get that out of the way, and once you got those bolts out of the way and that cable out of the way, the firewall comes right off. And we are firewall free. Once we got the firewall off, we able to start taking off all the mounting bolts that hold the starting engine to the flywheel or the bell housing of the diesel engine. It's kind of a time-consuming process. There's a whole bunch of nuts around the bottom of that thing on studs. They're fine thread, and you can only go about a quarter of a turn or a third of a turn at a time on some of them, so it takes a long time to get them undone. So Grandpa there, he's working on the nuts that hold the engine down to the bell housing, and then I'm taking off all the exhaust, or the exhaust from the starting engine mounts to the diesel engine. Again, I really apologize for the video here, everybody. Having to do the voiceover thing is not ideal, but when you get what you get out of the GoPro camera, you got to make do and try to put something together. So that's kind of what I had to do here with this one. But I do appreciate you sticking through and watching the disassembly. So after that, we are ready to lift out the starting engine. It's handy having a skid steer for this. You don't have to take a whole bunch of stuff off of it. It's really heavy, otherwise you'd have to unbolt all the accessories and everything, but with the skid steer we can lift her out in one big chunk. So that is going to about wrap this video up, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please throw me a thumbs up. And if you want to see this starting engine rebuild come to fruition, definitely subscribe to the channel. Watch for the next installment. I will catch you guys on the next one. Again, thanks for watching. And don't forget, I am Iron Man.